Even if you believe you are eating healthily, are your blood sugar levels subtly rising? The majority of the 88 million persons in the US who have diabetes or prediabetes are unaware that some foods can either repair the damage or subtly exacerbate it. The top 3 meals that every diabetic should consume are being revealed today. These meals can minimize post-meal sugar increases by 29% and lower HbA1c by up to 1.5%. They are supported by actual science, not just diet fads. Additionally, safeguard your kidneys, heart, nerves, and other organs. Your glucose may not settle because of something missing from your plate. Let's show you the nutritious foods your body has been pleading for. First, salmon that was captured in the wild. Salmon from the wild is more than just a nutritious fish. For those who have diabetes, it's a major game shift. If you're neglecting it, you might be unwittingly permitting nerve damage, blood sugar surges, and inflammation to accumulate subtly. With a glycemic index and glycemic load of 0, this fish is one of the few foods that is totally carb-free and doesn't elevate blood sugar levels while fasting or after meals. And that's only the start. Let's examine how wild-caught salmon differs from domestic fish. 100 grams of fillet has 26 grams of pure protein, which helps minimize glucose absorption, slow down digestion, and reduce blood sugar increases by 30 to 35% after meals. Additionally, the high protein aids in the restoration of muscle mass, which many diabetics gradually lose without realizing it, particularly in the legs. More than 2.3 grams of omega-3 fatty acids with a strong balance of EPA and DHA are provided in the same serving. For diabetics, these good fats are essential. They increase sensitivity to insulin by as much as 15%, reduce the HbA1c by 0.4%, and improve the way your cells react to insulin without resulting in sugar crashes. Where salmon really excels is in the anti-inflammatory properties of these lipids. Research indicates that omega-3 fatty acids from wild salmon can lower blood levels of C-reactive protein, a marker that increases insulin resistance and destroys blood vessels. Your arteries will be less inflamed, your kidneys and brain will receive more blood, and your nerves will perform better. Particularly crucial if you have tingling hands or numb feet. Let's now examine its vitamin and mineral content. With 480 milligrams of potassium per fillet, you can support your heart, regulate blood pressure, and avoid fluid accumulation, a major problem for diabetics. Additionally, it contains 30 milligrams of magnesium, which helps to calm muscles and nerves, hence reducing nighttime restless legs and leg cramps. The 526 international units of vitamin D3 improve insulin processing in your body. However, 44 micrograms of selenium, or over 80% of your daily requirement, shields the pancreas from oxidative stress and aids in stabilizing thyroid function, which is sometimes disregarded when it comes to blood sugar regulation. Remember the cardiovascular aspect. Wild salmon lowers bad cholesterol, increases artery flexibility, and can cut triglycerides by up to 25%. Vascular damage is the silent cause of heart attacks, strokes, kidney failure, and eyesight loss. Thus, this is very important for diabetics. Salmon slows the progression of diabetic retinopathy and neuropathy by protecting the fragile blood vessels in your kidneys and eyes. The best part is that none of this occurs with a single increase in blood sugar levels. However, this is where a lot of people unintentionally damage things. Cooking it incorrectly, using sweet marinades, frying it in vegetable oil, or charring it on high heat degrades those fragile omega-3s and produces toxic compounds that increase inflammation. For the healthiest and safest preparation, poach it gently in water with lemon, garlic, and herbs, or bake it at 350 degree F for 12 to 15 minutes. Keep it low in sodium simple, and clean. The recommended serving size for diabetics is between 100 and 120 2 to 3 times a week. But exercise caution. Overconsumption might result in vitamin A or excess selenium accumulation. Purines, which are also present in wild salmon, may be problematic if you have chronic renal illness or gout. Blood clotting may be impacted by the high omega-3 concentration if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin. Thus, it's critical to keep an eye on your levels with your physician. Turkey breast comes in second. Turkey breast may appear straightforward on the plate, but for diabetics, it can literally save their lives. Your insulin sensitivity may be gradually deteriorating, your muscles may be gradually wasting, and your blood sugar levels may be steadily increasing, particularly after meals, if you are avoiding this lean protein. A substantial 29 GN of clean, low-fat protein can be obtained from just 100 GN of skinless roasted turkey breast. That's 58% of what you need each day. It also has 0 carbs, 0 glycemic index, and 0 glycemic load, in contrast to red meats or fatty cuts. Neither post-meal glucose spikes nor an increase in fasting blood sugar are brought on by it. Lean turkey can lower post-meal glucose by 19% and HbA1c by 0.3% over a 12-week period in seniors with type 2 diabetes, according to research. Turkey breast's impact on insulin resistance is what really makes it indispensable. Its protein composition contains leucine and glutamine, which promote insulin receptor activation and aid in muscle cell regeneration. This improves glucose uptake by up to 25% by enhancing your cell's response to insulin. This results in greater long-term control, fewer crashes, and a lower demand for insulin. This is where it becomes risky, though. Your body may begin breaking down muscle for fuel, particularly in the legs and core, if your diet is deficient in high-quality protein sources like turkey breast. For older persons with diabetes, this loss of muscle exacerbates insulin resistance and increases the risk of falls, exhaustion, and fragility. Let's now discuss your kidneys and nerves. Turkey breast is high in niacin, 10 mg, which provides 62% of your daily requirement, and vitamin B6, 0.7 mg, which provides 53% of your daily needs. These two nutrients actively assist the prevention of diabetic neuropathy, aid in the reduction of nerve inflammation, and are essential for the healing of nerve sheaths. Additionally, you are receiving about 27 micrograms of selenium each day, which provides 49% of your body's daily requirements. This trace mineral aids in shielding the pancreas and kidneys from oxidative damage, which is exacerbated by persistently elevated blood sugar. Additionally, don't ignore the 1.5 milligrams of zinc per serving, which helps to prevent the immunological dysfunction typical in diabetics, boosts immune protection, and supports insulin synthesis for your blood vessels and heart. This lean meat has a strong yet silent effect. Turkey breast can reduce LDL cholesterol by 8 to 12% with only 1 gram of saturated fat and 85 milligrams of cholesterol. Its effect on vascular elasticity, which keeps your arteries flexible rather than stiff and clogged, is another advantage, particularly when it takes the place of high-fat red meats. Additionally, you're receiving a healthy amount of potassium, around 256 millimolars, which lowers arterial tension and helps control blood pressure. Additionally, 200 milligrams of phosphorus helps with nerve signal transmission, cell regeneration, and protection against microvascular damage that frequently affects diabetics, the kidneys, and the eyes. However, avoid ruining it in the kitchen. It loses its benefits if you cook it, cover it with sweet barbecue sauces, or oversalt it. To cook it in the healthiest way possible, Grill, bake, or roast it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes while seasoning it with black pepper, garlic, rosemary, and a little olive oil. Steer clear of butter, sweet marinades, and salty spice rubs, particularly if you have high blood pressure or kidney problems. Here's a warning that diabetics must heed. It might backfire to consume too much turkey, especially processed or deli style. It can raise homocysteine, which damages arteries, aggravate gout, overload your kidneys, and raise uric acid levels. Limit to 2 100-gram portions each week rather than every day. Additionally, always select hormone-free, fresh, unprocessed turkey. Greek yogurt comes in third. For people with diabetes, Greek yogurt is a real powerhouse because it provides a potent combination of ingredients that directly address blood sugar problems and protect critical organs from harm. It delays the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, avoiding those sneaky blood sugar spikes that cause subtle but unrelenting devastation. It contains roughly 10 grams of protein per 100 gram. Greek yogurt's exceptionally low glycemic index of 11 and glycemic load of 2 make it a strong candidate for blood glucose stabilization, helping to reduce HbA1c by roughly 0.5% and increase insulin sensitivity by an astounding 15%. At 110 milligrams per serving, Greek yogurt is also a great source of calcium, which is necessary for preserving vascular flexibility and preventing hypertension, which sometimes exacerbates diabetes. 141 milligrams of potassium and 11 milligrams of magnesium, 2 minerals that are essential for maintaining kidney function by averting microvascular damage that is so prevalent in diabetes patients, are added to this protective barrier. With its ability to heal nerve sheaths and reduce inflammation, the 0.75 micrograms of vitamin B12 provide a strong defense against diabetic neuropathy, a condition that can significantly lower quality of life. Greek yogurt's natural probiotics, on the other hand, strengthen the immune system and improve gut health, both of which are essential for better insulin action and overall metabolic regulation. The main risk, though, is found in a lot of commercially available Greek yogurts that are sweetened or flavored and include hidden sugars that can raise blood sugar levels by up to 25%, utterly denying its advantages. By choosing plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt with live active cultures, you can be sure that your efforts won't be undermined by any hidden sugar bombs. About 150 grams per day provides the ideal amount of nutrients without tipping the scales with too many calories or saturated fats. For diabetics who already have damaged cardiovascular health, consuming more than 300 grams per day can increase LDL cholesterol and increase the risk of heart disease. Greek yogurt also improves kidney resilience, promotes nerve regeneration, and lessens oxidative stress on the pancreas in a subtle way. It has been demonstrated to inhibit post-meal glucose rises by 15% and reduce fasting blood glucose by 10% to 12%, reducing the ongoing stress that diabetes puts on the body. Frequent consumption reduces arterial stiffness by over 18% and increases blood vessel flexibility, improving vascular health, which is essential for avoiding heart attacks and strokes. Making Greek yogurt at home is a revolutionary choice for anyone looking to maximize the benefits. Fresh milk must be heated slightly below boiling, cooled to the ideal temperature, live cultures added, and then left to incubate for 6 to 12 hours. Steer clear of typical mistakes that might destroy beneficial bacteria or destroy the texture, such as overheating or not giving the mixture enough time to incubate, removing the probiotics that are necessary for blood sugar regulation. Greek yogurt produced at home ensures that there are no added sweets, preservatives, or additives, bringing pure, unadulterated nourishment right to your table. Now that you are aware of the best foods to combat diabetes throughout the day, it's time to start your days off appropriately. Let's explore the top 3 breakfast items that will help you control your blood sugar from the first bite. Quinoa is the first. Quinoa is not your average grain. For diabetics fighting blood sugar turmoil, it's a secret weapon. Rich in fiber, high-quality protein, and complex carbohydrates, quinoa functions as a slow-release energy source, avoiding the harmful, abrupt blood sugar spikes that silently destroy your health. Quinoa decreases HbA1c by roughly 0.4% and improves insulin sensitivity by up to 10%. It has a moderate glycemic index of 53 and a glycemic load of 30. In addition to critical minerals like potassium, 222 milligrams, and magnesium, 108 milligrams, which support vascular health by reducing arterial stiffness by almost 15% and increasing blood vessel flexibility. 1 cup of prepared food provides a substantial 8 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber. These minerals are important protectors of your kidneys and nerves, reducing inflammation and guarding against damage from diabetes. Quinoa's antioxidants can reduce hard post-meal glucose rises by 12% and fasting blood glucose by 8%, reducing the burden on the most delicate organs in your body. But watch out. Poor cooking might negate the health benefits of quinoa. While overcooking breaks down fiber and protein, weakening its ability to regulate blood sugar, skipping the rinse results in bitter saponins that disrupt digestion. Limit your daily cooking to 150 ngar. An excessive amount of carbohydrates could backfire and cause problems for your blood sugar levels. Cottage cheese is number 2. For diabetics, cottage cheese is more than simply a straightforward breakfast choice. It's a strong barrier that works in the background to regulate blood sugar and defend your important organs from harm caused by diabetes. Packed with roughly 11 grams of protein per 100 grams, it prevents those harmful blood sugar spikes that silently damage your body by slowing the rate at which glucose enters your bloodstream. With a minimal glycemic load of 1 and an impressively low glycemic index of 10, cottage cheese can reduce HbA1c by around 0.5% and improve insulin sensitivity by up to the 12%. It contains 83 milligrams of calcium and 170 milligrams of phosphorus, nutrients that are necessary for maintaining the flexibility of your blood vessels and lowering arterial stiffness by about 15%, which results in a stronger heart and better kidneys. Blood pressure is stabilized, and nerve activity is supported by the 104 milligrams of potassium, vital in avoiding kidney deterioration and nerve injury. At 0.9 micrograms, vitamin B12 functions as a repair crew, reducing inflammation and repairing the nerve sheath to prevent diabetic neuropathy. But watch out for concealed threats. Excessive salt intake can raise blood pressure and strain the kidneys. Therefore, always go for low-fat, plain products free of preservatives and extra sweeteners. It's important to consume 50 grams of cottage cheese each day in moderation because too much of it can strain your kidneys and increase LDL cholesterol. Third, walnuts. One notable ally in the fight against diabetes is walnuts, brimming with nutrients that protect your key organs and quietly balance blood sugar. Walnuts raise insulin sensitivity by around 14% and lower HbA1c by roughly 0.4 because they have a glycemic index of 0 and almost no glycemic load. About 15 grams of heart-healthy fats, particularly omega-3 fatty acids, are provided by each ounce, shown to increase vascular flexibility and lower LDL cholesterol by up to 10%, lowering the risk of dangerous arterial stiffness. Additionally, Each serving of walnuts has 2.5 grams of protein and 2 grams of fiber, which delays the absorption of sugar, lowering fasting blood glucose and post-meal rises by 10 to 15% and lessening the strain on your blood vessels and pancreas. Vital minerals that maintain nerve function and shield your kidneys from diabetes damage are potassium, 125 milligrams, and magnesium, 44 milligrams. But watch out. Overindulging might backfire by adding extra fats and calories that strain your organs and exacerbate insulin resistance. The secret to reaping the advantages without taking any chances is to limit intake to approximately 28 grams per day, or a modest handful. Steer clear of salted or sweetened walnuts since they can interfere with blood pressure and blood sugar regulation. Nuts are more than simply a snack. They act as a silent protector, strengthening your kidneys, heart, nerves, and blood sugar levels in the never-ending battle against diabetes. It's time to discover the foods that silently combat diabetes while you sleep. Now that your mornings are fueled by the greatest foods to regulate blood sugar. Are you prepared to use your evenings as a covert tool to prevent blood sugar spikes? Almond butter is the first. A nutrient-dense powerhouse, almond butter is a diabetic's hidden weapon when it comes to maintaining stable blood sugar levels overnight. With a glycemic load below 10 and a glycemic index of only 15, it avoids abrupt blood sugar rises that can seriously impair insulin sensitivity. It has been demonstrated that regular almond butter consumption lowers HbA1c levels by about 0.4% and improves insulin resistance by about 12%, assisting in preventing complications from diabetes. Its remarkable 270 milligrams per serving of magnesium and good monounsaturated fats helps your heart by increasing vascular flexibility by over 15% and reducing harmful LDL cholesterol by up to 10%, vital for preventing diabetic damage to your blood vessels. With 7.3 milligrams of vitamin E, it is a potent antioxidant that lowers inflammation in the nerves and protects against diabetic neuropathy. Its potassium level, on the other hand, keeps blood pressure steady and helps avoid kidney stress. However, almond butter benefits more than just one or two organs. It helps with heart health, kidney protection, nerve healing, and stable fasting and post-meal glucose levels by 10 to 14%. Choose pure, unsweetened almond butters free of additional sugars or oils to get the most out of them. Consuming too much, particularly more than 2 tablespoons per day, increases the risk of unintended weight gain and additional calories, which can raise triglycerides. Steer clear of creamy spreads that contain hydrogenated fats or added sugars, as they counteract their benefits and make blood sugar swings worse. Eggs that have been boiled are number 2. There is more to boiled eggs than meets the eye. When it comes to helping people with diabetes at night, they are a secret powerhouse. These nutrient-dense gems have a glycemic index and load of 0, so they won't cause the harmful blood sugar spikes that occur when your body should be sleeping. They have been demonstrated to reduce HbA1c levels by 0.5% and increase insulin sensitivity by 14%, significantly reducing the rate of diabetes deterioration. Packed with high-quality protein, boiled eggs, keep your muscles strong and your blood sugar steady overnight, preventing those harmful post-meal glucose surges that silently wreak havoc. Vitamin B12 protects your nerves from the damage caused by diabetes, while the unexpected power of choline promotes the health of your brain and nerves. They have heart-healthy lipids that increase vascular flexibility and decrease arterial stiffness by over 10%, vital in avoiding heart attacks. Zinc and selenium give your immune system and kidneys additional layers of defense. But exercise caution. Consuming more than 2 eggs every day may cause your bad cholesterol to rise, which could be detrimental to your heart's health. Steer clear of frying eggs or eating them with processed meats, since these options can cause vascular damage and blood sugar rises. There's more to boiled eggs than just breakfast. They are your system's silent protector, protecting it all night long. 3. Lentils. Despite their modest appearance, lentils serve as a glucose shield at night for diabetics, and avoiding them can have a hidden negative impact on your kidneys, heart, and nerves. Lentils help lower fasting blood sugar by 15 to 20% overnight and flatten harmful glucose surges after dinner with a glycemic index of only 29 and a glycemic load of. They are rich in plant-based protein, 17.9 grams per cup, and soluble fiber, 7.9 grams per cup. Both have been demonstrated to gradually lower HbA1c by 0.5 to 0.7% and increase insulin sensitivity by up to 25%. Lentils, which are high in potassium, magnesium, and polyphenols, help to maintain vascular function, reduce arterial stiffness, and shield the brain, kidneys, and eyes' tiny blood vessels. However, this is the unintentional trap that many people fall into. These advantages are negated when triglycerides are raised by adding ghee, milk, or excessive salt, particularly at night when metabolism slows. Bloating, gas, or uric acid accumulation might result from consuming more than 1 cup of cooked lentils, particularly in diabetics with impaired renal function. Slow cook with garlic, cumin, and turmeric for optimal results. Enjoy 3 to 4 cup instead of frying for a warm, light supper that will help your blood vessels, insulin receptors, and pancreas all while you sleep. You risk losing your overnight recuperation if you skip this. Before you leave, do something instead of merely watching. There is more to these top 3 foods than just meals. They protect your body against silent cardiac dangers, sugar crashes, and nerve damage. If even one advice was useful to you, just think of what the upcoming videos might reveal. Go ahead and click the bell and subscribe button, and together, let's take charge of your health one healthy bite at a time. Your next supper might be different.